kids love tools and building. They're going to have so much fun with this.
Calling all builders. When I first saw this cardboard cutting tool, I honestly wondered if it would end up sitting on the shelf after a week, but after using it for about 6 months, there's one thing that completely surprised me, and I'll tell you what that is at the end. The first thing you'll notice is just how easy it is to use. You simply plug it in, press the huge button, and you're ready to start cutting. It was clearly designed to be simple, especially for young makers. For thinner cardboard, anything around 3 millimeters or less, it glides really smoothly and is super easy to maneuver. The cardboard I'm using for the superheroes mask is probably right at the upper end of what I'd recommend. It still works, but you definitely have to push a little bit harder through the thicker pieces, and it is a little bit trickier for my son. I really appreciate the protective guard and just how it was designed. The opening is so small around the blade that it makes it difficult for little fingers to reach the cutting area. Trust me, my son has definitely tried, so I'm very confident it is safe for him, which means that it's okay if I walk away for 5 seconds. Another thing I love is the built in angle guides. It makes it so much easier to get straight, clean looking cuts without constantly measuring or guessing. The finished edges come out surprisingly neat, which makes projects look much more polished. Cleanup is also incredibly simple. All of the cardboard dust collects into the little bin. When you're finished, you just empty it out and you're ready for the next project. It also comes with a hole punch attachment, which has been really handy for craft projects. And I feel like it's much more convenient than trying to poke a hole with scissors. Here you can see it's stored underneath, so there's no chance of losing it, and it's always there if you put it back. But using this tool, especially with my son who's 3, just allowed for a lot more independence. It was super easy to use to poke a hole through the cardboard, and you can actually put it over top of the drill if you wanted to make a bigger hole or like big eyes, for instance. One thing worth mentioning is that it isn't silent. It runs about 70 to 75 decibels, so it is comparable to the sound of a vacuum cleaner. If you have a child who's sensitive to noise, that's something to keep in mind. We like turning it into a part of a workshop experience by wearing earmuffs and safety glasses when we're crafting, but it totally depends on you and your kiddo's needs. Right now, we're making blank superhero masks for my son's birthday party that's coming up, so all of his friends can decorate their own mask, and it's become one of those activities that's just so fun. And the thing that surprised me most is that 6 months later, my son is still excited every time we pull it out. He's so happy to just sit and cut cardboard from our recycling. He doesn't even need to be making anything, he's just that happy to use it. And that's pretty rare with a craft tool. Instead of becoming another forgotten toy, it's become something that genuinely sparks creativity and gives us such a fun project to do together again and again.
My son is so excited every single time I pull this out. He's happy to sit and cut cardboard for hours if I let him. It's such a fun way to keep the kids busy, get them creative and inventing something new, or just playing with what we have around the house. I definitely recommend you check this out.